Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the best shooting big men the game has ever seen. But he says, everyone knows me for shooting, but you can't be one-dimensional. For this team to grow, I have to grow as well. I've got to get better as a leader and help my teammates play better as well.
Yeah, they're making strides, Allie, no question. Hey, a real treat in store for us tonight, folks. We get to see two teams with some of the best young talent in the NBA, Grant.
I mean, you said it best. I mean, these teams and their players, they have a lot of runway in front of them. So you get a glimpse of the league's future here. With the wealth of potential on both sides, these are teams that figure to be contenders for years to come.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, the backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. And for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. Now here's Paul. Outside Booker. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Russell against Paul. Outside, Anderson fires the 3. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. Three-pointer, Bridges. Not going to go that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against San Antonio in their last game.
It was textbook rim protection in that game, taking real pride in shutting down the other team.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
And so here's Phoenix. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Pass to Johnson. Bridges outside. Booker with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Edwards. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Paul finds Booker. Bridges outside. Back to Booker. There's the 3. And the Suns get it back. Ayton passes to Paul. And they converted last on attempt number 3.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile 1 drive.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Now here's Russell. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And let's not forget about the assist. His playmaking was critical for this team.
Clock at 4. Here's Gobert. And Ayton pulls it down. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Towns passes to Anderson. On target from range.
Give him an inch and he'll take a 3. So dangerous from distance.
For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Outside Booker. Pass to Johnson. Outside Paul. Up and over Russell. Offensive rebound.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
Russell against Paul. Outside Russell. Inside. Here's Anderson. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Anderson's got 5.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Paul, the open look. And he drains the quick shot.
Well, Paul can be consistent from that part of the floor. Defenses should know you can't allow his mid-range game to start cooking.
Now here's Russell. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. Oh, Ayton with the block.
Boy, Ayton's reach is absolutely incredible. Great anticipation. That is nice defense.
Nails it from 3.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Russell against Paul. And he's going for the lob. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Paul against Russell. To the inside. And stolen by Bridges. Booker against Edwards. Back to Paul. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Tough call for his coach. Second foul already. We'll see how much the staff trusts him.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
And the Suns making a change here. Saric checked in. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Johnson against Russell. Launches it. And Gobert with the stuff.
That's a case where Rudy Gobert is outworking the defense, keeping the play alive, and finishing strong.
The Suns trailing. Paul passes to Booker. Now Bridges. Here's Johnson. Covered by Towns. Bridges against Anderson. Bridges misses. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Outside for Russell. And he gets it back. From down in the low post, it goes.
You know, to me, it's huge when D'Angelo gets to the glass. This guy has the ability to use his athleticism to his advantage.
Well, the Suns shooting around 40% early on here. Up top, Paul, guarded by Russell. 14 feet away. That one a little long. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 11 so far. Anderson with it, picked up by Saric. Towns for 3. It's not going to go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And you know they had a great plan going into that one. And then made the right adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
Well, at this early stage of the season, what's the biggest challenge for a team, Grant?
Well, you know, B.A., early on, some teams know what kind of club they are. But for a lot of teams that had some turnover or a coaching change, it's about finding who you are, finding your identity, figuring out what style is going to work.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Payne's checked in for the Suns. And Johnson drops them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Minnesota in the lead. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Reed. Puts up a three. The rebound by Bridges. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from deep. It's Booker on the wing. Pure from three-point range.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Payne. On the wing, Noel. Booker defending. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Now here's Bridges. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston. Outside Booker. 5 on the clock. Pass to Šarić. Outside Payne. Lets the three fly. That shot, no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And it's McDaniels off the drive. And that one drops. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Left side Payne. Pass to Bridges. Now here's Šarić. Now here's Payne. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Can't hit from in close. Here's McDaniels. No good. Nice D from Bridges. Phoenix has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. The shot by Payne, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 16 so far. Here's McLaughlin. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And it's going to go on Cameron Payne.
The officials were right on top of that one. And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
First free throw is good.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Good on both. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Minnesota's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Here's McLaughlin. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Šarić. The Suns shooting just 38% so far in this one. Here's Lee. Lee on the wing. Pass to Lee. Payne with it. Goes back up. Misses his 4th shot of the night. Still hasn't hit one yet.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot. Boy, it takes some guts to pull up from 3-point range on the fast break, but definitely the right move. You drill it, you look good.
The Suns trailing. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Lee. Payne with it. Cashes in the 12-footer.
pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's McLaughlin. Reed for three. And Craig pulls it down. Deflects the pass. Pass to Prince. Here's Noel. Outside McDaniels. From 20 feet. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
So it's Phoenix now. 4-point game. Outside Payne. A minute 9 left in the first quarter here. Here's Lee. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And down it goes. 2 points.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Pass to Noel. Now here's Reed. Saric covers. Back to Noel. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Payne with it. Back to Lee. Outside Craig. Here's Lee. Takes a three. Offensive board. Saric. Oh, and Reed with a block. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. Shot clock at 5. Outside Craig. Launches a three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Their first chance to take a look at the Suns this season.
Well, they're going to face each other a bunch of times this season. Each team wants to make a powerful first impression.
And the better they know each other, the more competitive they become. Expect this first one to be extremely spirited, with each side trying desperately to send a message early.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be back in a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Minnesota in the lead. On the court for the Timberwolves. Edwards and Anderson fill out the perimeter. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Russell in at the 1. Back to Towns. Lets it fly. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And here are the Suns now.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. In 2022, we saw a lot of teams playing a slightly slower game, Doris, compared to previous seasons.
I think, Brian, what's interesting about the NBA is it's a game that is in a constant state of evolution. You had the three-point revolution. You had a stretch of time where teams would not hit the offensive glass. That has now come back a little bit. Unequivocally, defense is improving drastically, and so you've got to find a way to score it.
Outside Russell. Pass to Edwards. Here's Gobert. That shot off. Ayton with the defensive effort. To the paint. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
What a savvy pass by Devin Booker, making the smart choice, moving the basketball.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Gobert. That one off the back iron and out. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his third foul so far. Paul, he's checked in for the Suns. And the Suns shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. Outside Booker. Back to Paul. And they call an illegal screen here.
Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Russell with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. The shot by Russell, no good.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Bridges against Edwards. Bridges passes to Ayton. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Johnson, he's checked in for Craig. And Minnesota has possession. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Here's Edwards. Here's Gobert. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, if you're on the defensive end, you can't fall for Rudy Gobert's tricks. This guy is very crafty at using that up fake.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
And that one falls for Gobert.
Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent, elite defenders in the game.
Saric checks in for DeAndre Ayton. And so Gobert nails both of them. Endorsed with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And B.A., at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
Back to Saric. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown. Saric has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Such a problem when Saric is knocking down the 3. It helps space the floor for his teammates. You've got to guard him there.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest, and consider in the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball.
And so Towns nails them both. And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him. in that 2021-22 season.
It was, B.A., because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the second time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
And Minnesota calls time here.
It's now an opportunity to take a break and talk about their strategy moving forward.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
The Timberwolves have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Pass to Towns. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Cameron Johnson.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
And so Towns nails them both. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Bridges hits them both. And if you talk to Bridges, Grant, he really credits his mom for his determination on and off the court.
You know, B.A., it's a terrific story. Now, she actually made the NBA before Mikal did. She joined the 76ers organization in 2015, 3 years before Mikal was drafted.
Paul with it. Towns covering. Second shot opportunity. Doesn't go that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, gee, a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
Phoenix has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Outside Booker. Anderson against Bridges. Back to Booker. Tries a 10-footer. Oh, and Reed with a block. Shot's good by Saric. The Timberwolves have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Russell, the pass to Anderson. From deep. The putback. It's good on the putback. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, so far they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor, a lot of the damage coming in transition.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Here's Russell. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Russell's got his second basket.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
The Suns have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Outside Booker. Back to Paul. And here's Saric. 5 points in the game. Bridges outside. 6 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get off a shot. For 3, Booker. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. And it's Russell on the drive. And the shot's good. And now it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, an excellent penetrator who is always in attack mode. Go ahead, D'Angelo Russell.
And that replay showed how sensational that drive truly was.
Yeah, he's clearly not satisfied with the lead they have. Took it to the rack and would not be denied.
Anderson against Bridges. Pass to Johnson. Outside Paul. Up and over Russell. That one's wide left.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
To the middle. Here's Towns. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight.
As if he's not tough enough to guard already. Towns with the floater.
The Suns shooting just 35% from the floor. Phoenix calls timeout.
Well, you consider D'Angelo Russell and the fact that he's been a part of multiple organizations. Obviously, he has been a frequent trade piece. The one question is, can he stick with one franchise and establish some success?
Phoenix making some changes. Lee, he's checked in for Bridges. And Payne is subbed in for Chris Paul. McDaniels is checked in for Minnesota. Noel comes in for Russell. Well, his trade activity says something about how desirable Russell is as a player.
I think he's a guy any team could want on their roster because of his scoring capabilities. Very capable of huge nights in the NBA, but the other aspect that's so important, his ability as a setup guy.
A one-handed tomahawk, that's a guaranteed highlight, B.A.
Check out the bench. They flew out of their seats after that. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Outside Booker. Pass to Lee.
Stay out here. I got your help.
Just 5 on the clock. A shot to stop the drought. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Perfect timing on that rejection. Boy, Towns really improving on the defensive end.
And it's Lee with the rebound.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves. Recording their second winning season since 2005. Getting on track for future success.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles. Building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Craig is checked in for Phoenix. Lee comes in for Devin Booker. Hits both from the stripe.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Noel. Outside McDaniels. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Shot's good by Towns.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Here's Lee. Outside Payne. And here's Craig. Covered by Towns. Here's Lee. Oh, and Reed with a block. They get it back. Sharit's shot is off. For Minnesota, they've gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far in the second. McDaniels buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Craig against Towns. Back to Lee. Shot clock at 6.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
And he makes the first but misses the second. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on an 18-7 run. Back to Towns. Pass to Noel for three. Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. McLaughlin comes in for Anthony Edwards. Phoenix calls timeout.
After just 1 year in college, Naz Reid declared for the 2019 NBA draft, where he was not selected, guys.
Well, the Suns shooting just 27% in the second quarter. To the left side wing. Charge against Reed. Pass to Lee. Oh, and Reed with a block. 3-on-3. Here's McLaughlin. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Well, the Suns shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. And Doris, you got to give credit for how hard Reed worked.
Listen, the devastation of going undrafted can make some players hang it up or give up their NBA dreams and go overseas. What you love about Naz Reid is he got back in the lab, he went to work, and consider this, back-to-back seasons where he plays in 70 games and is a part-time starter. That, to me, is successful perseverance.
And so Craig nails both of them. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Here's Prince, defended by Craig. Pass to Reed. 4 on the clock. Sends it home from three-point land. Reed's got his second basket of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Lee. Craig passes to Payne. Oh, and Reed with a block. And he's able to get it back. Payne with it, picked up by Reed. Here's Lee. Nice D from Reed. Out to the wing. Here's Prince. Again, the Timberwolves score.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them reduce their attempts from downtown. And quite frankly, I think that's a good idea.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Now here's Payne. Not a lot of room. That one's good. 2 for 8 now.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Here's Lee. Outside Payne. Back to Lee. That free throw, no good.
He wasn't quite as assertive as he needed to be in the first quarter, but now he's taking a more head-on approach and getting himself to the line.
The Suns making a switch here. Bridges is checked in. D'Angelo Russell, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And he sinks the second. 35 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Outside McDaniels. Here's Noel. Pass to Russell. Clock at 6. Here's Noel, defended by Payne. Kept alive. Reed. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Reed's got 9 points.
And attacking a somewhat helpless defense right now. Just a relentless effort.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Between his scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Karl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Karl.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first half was all about Karl Anthony Towns. He had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
They really need to focus on finding quality shots. If they can't create for themselves in the second half, things will only get worse. And I'm talking about the high percentage looks, not contested threes.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
He took a head-on approach in the first half, going straight at the D and drawing fouls.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Back to Towns. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low. Here's Bridges. No good. A bit long that time.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Here's Reed. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And the Suns with possession. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. Pass to Bridges. And here's Ayton. Now Paul, guarded by Russell. Puts it up from 12. Here's Ayton. And he banks in the layup.
Well, you think about DeAndre Ayton, it's his size that comes to mind, and he understands how to utilize that to score.
Paul against Russell. Pass to Edwards. Now Reed. Anderson passes to Towns. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Anderson. Edwards for 3. No good that time. The Suns have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Booker against Edwards. Booker, the pass to Bridges. Now here's Johnson. The kick out to Paul. Over Towns. Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 6 points.
Chris Paul is the master of the pick and roll, understanding how to utilize his teammates to the best of their abilities.
Pass to Anderson. And here's Edwards. Outside Russell. Back to Edwards. Elbow shot on the way. They get it again. And it's Towns with the power finish.
It's not just the scoring productivity that makes Karl Anthony Towns great. It's his willingness to mix it up and rebound the basketball.
Outside Booker. Pass to Bridges from the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Out of bounds. It'll be Suns ball.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Gobert's checked in for Reed. The Suns have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Paul against Russell. And Gobert with a block.
Well, let's remember, Rudy Gobert has got a 7'9" wingspan. Sometimes it's just easy picking sending it back.
Boy, the Suns are struggling. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Well, Phoenix is shooting a rough 29% from the field here. Bridges, left side. Here's Ayton. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Towns. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
I mean, there's no aspect of the offensive end of the floor that's problematic for Towns. He's a 3-level scorer. His team understands he's in rhythm. It's looking easy for him right now.
Outside Paul. 5 to shoot. Pass to Bridges to halt the run. Minnesota with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well. Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Outside Booker. Johnson with it. Here's Bridges. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Anderson.
Well, what you love about Mikal Bridges is he is going to accept whatever his coaches and team ask of him. This is what's allowed him to be successful.
The first one falls. Well, Grant, this is the business you and I are in. NBA has a couple of years with existing TV partners. How much are we going to see things change with the next deal, you think?
Oh, B.A., this is interesting as this continues to evolve. I think as people's viewing habits have changed in the last 10 to 15 years, I think live sports and the NBA game is still something fans love to see in real time. I think also the fact that we can also attract a larger audience is exciting. I don't know how it'll all play out, but I know it'll be fun to follow and watch as we go.
McLaughlin. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Outside Booker. Pass to Bridges. To the middle. Here's Paul. McLaughlin with the rebound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Well, making sure you get the shot opportunity through contact. Karl-Anthony Towns goes to the free throw line.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
First one falls for him.
Well, you love watching Karl-Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. Can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
And so Towns nails them both. So it's Phoenix now. Bridges outside. Pass to Aiden. Out to Bridges. Outside Paul. 4 on the clock. And the Suns miss again.
Can't get anything to go this period. Seems like he's hit a wall.
Basket's good. Towns has got 22 points.
They're really working the paint now.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
And you know, B.A., even with the game well in control, he's going right at the rim. I love it.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The NBA last season celebrated its 75th anniversary and announced the 75 greatest players in NBA history, gathering the living greats during the All-Star break. A lot of history, but Commissioner Silver said we're a pretty young league when you think about it. Brian, I guess it's all relative.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for that, Allie.
You get a sense there of how challenging it is to guard DeAndre Ayton. Gets good position, makes the defense react.
No good on that one.
I tell you, this guy already a double-double threat nightly, and DeAndre Ayton's ceiling is still high. Now, he's got to go ahead and reach those expectations by putting in the work.
Lee, he's checked in for Phoenix. Lee comes in for Paul. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Noel, he's checked in for Russell. And he's good on the second. Here's Minnesota. They're on an 18-7 run. Pass to Gobert. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Edwards. Here's Noel. Oh, Booker with a block. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Here's Lee. Pass to Lee. Now here's Booker. Left side, Craig. Here's Lee. They grab their own miss, and they recover it. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I'll tell you, for a center, the big man has got excellent touch at the free throw line.
That's good from Ayton. And the Suns making a change here. Payne's checked in. Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. McDaniels comes in for Anthony Edwards. He's off on the second.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Pass to Prince. Here's McLaughlin. Three-pointer. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 11 rebounds in the game. Outside Payne. Here's Lee. He's got 5. Oh, and Towns with the block. And they get it back. Ayton, no good.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one's off. And the second free throw is good. Here's Lee. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Payne. And here's Ayton. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Ayton's got 8 points.
This guy has got a dominant physical frame, incredible athleticism. Nice job by DeAndre Ayton inside.
Ayton against Towns. Pass to Prince. Back to Towns. Over Ayton.
Well, you can see he's an improving defensive presence, right? DeAndre Ayton has got to commit and do what it takes.
Here's Lee. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Prince. Beyond the arc. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, good whistle there.
First free throw is good. he makes both free throws. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of 15 shots to hit in this second half. Here's Noel. 5 points in the game. That one's good for 2. McLaughlin's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Lee. He's got 7. Six to shoot. Back to Lee. Oh, from deep. Can't get it to drop. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Here's Prince. Comes up empty down low. Phoenix has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. And the Suns miss again.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Craig with a steal. Pass to Lee. Prince grabs the miss.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Inside. Prince grabs the miss. Prince has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Noel. Here's Towns. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
We've got 1:23 left in the third. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Back to Lee. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot's good by Towns.
Shut out from beyond the arc in the first period. He finally drains one.
Outside Payne. Pass to Lee. The 11-footer. Minnesota with a rebound.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Here's McLaughlin, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Craig.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first. Phoenix making some changes. Saric checks in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Craig. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Lee. Reed's checked in for Minnesota. Anderson comes in for McDaniels. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Outside Payne. Bridges outside. The 3 is up. He's off on that one. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Timberwolves ahead, just dominating this one. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Now Washington. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Eric Paschall is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's Rivers in at the 3. Bridges misses.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Pass to Noel. Well, Grant, we're seeing players extend their careers. Often diet plays a big role. How important was that in your day, and how important do you think that is now?
It's so important. The food you put into your body, the rest, the recovery, all of that plays a role in extending your career and having great longevity along the way.
Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Ellaby's checked in. Phoenix on D. Rivers, good.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
And Phoenix shooting a low 26% from the field. Washington outside. Outside Booker. Back to Washington. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got his third assist of the night.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Minnesota's shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Pass to Paschall. Here's Ellaby. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Great positioning on the putback.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now Biyombo. Washington outside. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense.
Think about Eric Paschall, who spent 5 years in college. That's a bit of an outlier, obviously, in the NBA. But what an experience it was. He won 2 national titles at Villanova.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. And Eric Paschall, part of the all-rookie team back in 2020, Doris.
Yeah, to help BA that he averaged more than 14 points a game that year. And consider this. Eric is a guy who has proven capable of being part of a 15-man roster in the NBA.
Saric against Reid. Shot clock at 5. The 3. Here's Biyombo. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
We call that persistence, folks. Bismack Biyombo is a force on the offensive glass.
Here's McLaughlin. He's guarded by Washington. Well, some have said the NBA's next media deal could see franchises' values double. As a league owner, Grant, are you good with that?
I think I could get comfortable with that idea. I just think it speaks to the product. It speaks to how we present and package the game. There's so much excitement right now. It's a lot of fun to be a part of.
It's one of the best investments in sports, the NBA.
No question. Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star. And then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
Craig is checked in for the Suns. McDaniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. That free throw good from Booker. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. He's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
Ellaby's shot is off.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant one.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant one there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. One more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game. No good on the free throw. And the rise of the internet has helped give players their own voice. But now with podcasts and other streams, Grant, they're also able to monetize their voice.
Yeah, players understand the value of their voice and also how to monetize that. Speaking directly to their fans, to their customers, using these different platforms. You know, I think broadcasters need, I think you and I need to have a podcast, B.A.
For sure. I know we can't afford you, though.
That might be true.
Pass to Reed. Up and over Biyombo. Reed, good.
Boy, nice shot. He didn't need the fadeaway to create separation, though. He was wide open.
Outside Booker. Back to Washington. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Lee, he's checked in for Devin Booker. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Here's Rivers. He's guarded by Washington. Back to Rivers. Pass to Reed. It's stolen by Washington. In transition, here come the Suns. Fires from 14. Biyombo can't hit. The Timberwolves shooting just 38% here in the fourth. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Rebuilding a team is as challenging a proposition as ever, especially for smaller franchises, Doris.
I think, B.A., certainly those smaller markets face some challenges that larger markets do not. But I would also point to the success of Milwaukee. They had success in their draft. They invested in your talent in terms of player development. So to build a playoff-ready team, there are so many things that must be in place, but you also have to have some luck. Nobody knew how good Giannis or Nikola were going to be.
Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Shamet. Here's Lee. Back to Shamet. Offensive rebound.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
The Timberwolves shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. To the paint. Here's Pascal. It's rebounded by Biyombo. For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Washington's shot is good. Washington's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
And we just had to take one more look at that great drive.
Yeah, he has that fight in him. Love the aggression at the rim when they are trying to claw back into the game.
To the inside, Pascal. Oh, great D that time from Craig.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Washington inside. He can't hit that time. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Pass to Rivers. And the impact of international players in the NBA. It's climbing dramatically. Doris, in 1990, they played less than 5% of available minutes. Now it's more than 20%.
Well, the beauty is it's not just about the increase in numbers. It's the players at the top level in the NBA. Look at the MVP race last season. The top 3 were all international. I love it. It's a good sign for the game. We want the best players regardless of where they're from.
Washington outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reed's got rebound number 8 now.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
For Phoenix, they've gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Washington passes to Craig. It's Shamet on the wing. Washington outside. Clock at 6. Rebound Minnesota. Reed's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And it's McDaniels off the drive. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Craig.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. And the play-in tournament has been a success. But some debate about whether the stats should count towards postseason stats. Grant, it kind of falls in the abyss. How do you think we should reconcile?
Well, B.A., first of all, it is the postseason. It's exciting. Everyone's watching. So much is on the line. This is high-pressure elimination games. And, yes, there have been some great performances that we've seen in the play-in tournament thus far. So I think these stats should be included in postseason numbers for players.
Pass to Shamet. Here's Lee. McDaniels covering. Back to Lee. Inside. Here's Biyombo. Here's Craig. Washington outside. Let's go with a 3. And the Suns get it back.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
And they pick up 2.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Phoenix has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Pass to Craig. Shoots over Pascal. Craig, no good.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
His production has been unbelievable. A testament to how much he cares about his craft.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Pass to Ellaby. Fires for 3. Sinks the tray.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's Lee. To the middle. To stop the drought. And the layup by Washington.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Here's Rivers. He's guarded by Washington. Reed with it. Here's Ellaby. 5 on the clock. Reed can't hit. Phoenix is shooting about 32% during this fourth. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
To their benefit, they've cut down on the miscues here in the second half. One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Pascal passes to McDaniels. Here's Rivers. Fires from the wing. It's rebounded by Biyombo. Biyombo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Washington. And Washington powers it through.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Here's Rivers. Right side Pascal. And we've heard the cautionary tales in the past. Does it seem like players today are getting better financial advice, in your opinion, Grant, to make their money last?
Yeah, B.A., I think they're getting better financial advice, but I also think that the times that we're in, I think there's more awareness. Players understand the pitfalls or potential setbacks. The social media, digital age, all the information's there. So players today, yes, they're making more money, and I actually think they're doing a better job of protecting and saving their money, too.
It's McDaniels on the wing. The three ball. It's rebounded by Biyombo. Biyombo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Shamet. And he recovers it.
Big offensive board. They can milk that clock even more now.
Count that bucket. Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Timberwolves.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And what a huge performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
And so he hits both. And last season, new trophies unveiled for the conference finals, honoring Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Bob Cousy, Oscar Robertson. I love bringing up these names again.
I agree, B.A. I mean, these are legends. These were those that laid the foundation for this league to be successful. So the idea of adding a little hardware and putting their names on it, I couldn't think of anything better.
Pass to Rivers. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Rivers. Here's Booker. Minnesota with a rebound.
His defensive talent, such a gift for his squad.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here are the Suns now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Washington. Right side Craig. Pass to Shamet. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And here's Pascal. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
We played like we wanted it more.
We came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensive. We did a great job. We got those 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We could see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.